Hello everybody and welcome to the Khaos Korner podcast. My name's Steve.
Yes, my name's Donovan.
We just did about 5 minutes of the podcast before I realised we weren't recording. The heat is getting to us all. So today we've got a little bit of a different topic today. We've talked about the arts, we've talked about creativity and all that kind of stuff, but Donovan came up with an idea he approached me about yesterday, which I
just chucked it out of nowhere, to be fair. I chucked it out of nowhere, but I
loved the idea to start off with, and then I started digging, and then I was like, holy crap.
Don't like this idea so much.
No. Stuff's going to come out that I didn't want people to see.
Oh, you're going to share it all as well?
I'm going to have to, and people are going to go bloody looking for it once we finish this episode anyway.
Well, this is the thing, I haven't got much proof of mine. Anyway, okay, so without further ado, I kind of ended up a couple of days ago down one of these YouTube wormholes where you kind of check one thing out, another thing comes and you go, I'm going to check that out, and before you know it, like 4 hours has gone by, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was about kind of before they were famous. So a lot of people that before they became mega stars in their field, whether it be music or film or whatever, did some weird and wonderful jobs, very mundane stuff, and some of them were quite embarrassing. I think Brad Pitt had to dress as a chicken outside a chicken restaurant in Los Angeles, that kind of thing. And then it got me to thinking, embarrassment, because I know that a lot of celebrities, they try to erase certain footage of them, recordings of them that they feel is embarrassing from their very, very formative years. So I just thought, should we be embarrassed by things that we did early, trying to make it? Some things are very obviously kind of embarrassing, and some things are not of the best quality. That's why you find it embarrassing. But there's nothing embarrassing about it. It's just you didn't know as much and you weren't as good.
At the time.
At the time you weren't as good, but you might have thought it was really good at the time. We've all been there, I'm sure.
Well, it's funny because I do coaching with people who want to use video as a platform to sort of grow their businesses or whatever it is they're trying to do, their personal brand. And one of the things I always tell them is you know, you've just got to hit the record button and go. And
try it.
Your first videos are going to be terrible, and you're going to look back on them in a few years' time, and you're going to think, oh God, they're awful compared to now. But that surely applies to the first time you kick a ball, the first time you ride a bike. You kind of rubbish to start off with everything. But you have to start.
Yes.
You know, but it still doesn't stop the fact that when you do look back at them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm cringing bad in here.
Okay, well, someone that I went to school with. Okay. All right. Anyway, someone I went to school with. Yeah. This is how I've got a situation. It was basically it's the first time I ever won an award for my musicianship.
Oh, an award.
Yes. So yes, darling, thank you. It was well deserved as well. So it all started a week or so ago. Someone posted a random picture of our class, our primary school class.
Yeah.
Someone obviously that was in my class. I've never seen this picture before, but I was in it. It's quite disarming to see yourself as a 9-year-old on Facebook and you go, huh?
That you didn't know existed.
Yes, exactly, or obviously didn't remember existed. So that got me thinking about embarrassing situations or situations that you thought were great at the time that you look back and you go, that kind of thing. So this award I won, I think I would have been, you're looking about 1988, 89. So I think we were just finishing school, so maybe a bit later than that, maybe about 91, something like that. I think it was a school disco, and it was like an end of primary school onto secondary school disco, so it was like the end of everything to do with primary. And there's a school disco going on, and there was a competition. Do you remember Timmy Mallet?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Anyone out there that might be not in their mid-30s yet might not remember someone called Timmy Mallet. He was a big deal.
He hit kids on the head with a mallet.
Yes, yeah. a big foam rubber mallet. Do you
Yeah,
mean?
not a real mallet.
Yeah, it wasn't any snuff film or anything.
You get away with anything back then, couldn't you?
Different times. But yeah, so
As long as it was the mallet that was touching them, he was all right.
exactly. Let's not go there. Yeah, so he was a bit of a wacky character. Apparently not so much in real life, but very wacky, very kind of like zany. That was the word.
Yeah, zany.
Very zany.
Yeah.
Not much zane going on these days, is there?
No.
No one's zany anymore.
No.
But anyway, so he came out with a single.
Polka dot bikini.
He did, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Itsy Bitsy, Teeny Weeny, Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. Yeah. And that's the actual title of the song.
Oh, hang on a minute.
So,
See where this is going.
so anyway. So there's a little bit of racial stereotyping going on in this story as well.
Okay.
I wasn't offended at the time, but anyway. So there was a competition. The song was playing. They stopped the song in the middle and said, "We want a few people to come up and see if they can recreate." There's a part of the song. It's a bit of a break.
Yeah.
And he does it a few times in the chorus.
Yeah.
And it's a voiceover that comes in and goes. It's a voice that comes in and goes, "Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, right." So I thought, you know, I think I got this. And a couple of kids were like, "Well,
This part's made for
the person sounds like a rappy person. You do it."
Yeah. Brilliant.
Okay, well, I'm clearly the archetypal rappy person in this group. I can't figure out why. But anyway, up I went. I was up against about 3 other people. Stephen something, Mark something, I can't remember. They were never going to win. They were white. Sorry, I'm kidding. The person who did the original cut is probably white anyway. But anyway. So I went up, and lo and behold, I did my yeah. And I won.
Okay.
Oh yeah. There wasn't even a question about it.
Yeah.
And I won myself a little 7-inch CD single smash hits kind of thing.
Oh, wicked.
I never played it, but I remember bringing it home. I was really proud of myself. So that was my first musical award. I won an yeah competition on the school disco at primary school. Is it embarrassing? I don't know.
I don't know whether that's embarrassing for you or the people that made you do it.
Different times. That's all I can say. Different times. But I don't know. I think I remember not being that proud of myself at the time.
Yeah.
So maybe that says something about the whole thing. I don't know.
It's funny though.
So yeah, I won an yeah competition.
It's funny now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The
I've got a million of them, but I'm not telling them all today.
I've got 3 standout moments, I think, in my life where I was just like,
That hurt.
What was I doing?
You feel that burn?
And the first one was year 10 production. We did like something for charity, I think. I can't remember. Like all the parents come in. And Ali G was big at the time.
Okay.
And basically, people were doing like different acts, almost like a BGT kind of thing.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be singing; it could be anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we had
talent
a group
competition.
We had a group of lads. I remember Liam, Paul Hayward, Craig Chapman. Yeah, there's these 4 lads, and they were dressed as the Spice Girls.
Okay. Yeah.
And they were literally dressed as the Spice Girls, and they were miming to the
Yeah.
song.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop right now, all that kind of stuff.
If there ain't drag, it ain't a British talent competition.
So they were, there was cross dressing, there was all sorts going on. But they needed a host for the show, and I didn't want to sing because I always sang at stuff at school, and I kind of didn't want to do that. And I kind of like the idea of being the host.
Okay.
And I didn't tell the teachers were like, "Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?"
What's
and I
gonna be
knew
your
if I
thing?
told them, I wouldn't be allowed to do it.
Sure.
But I properly just
And
went,
rightly so, or
I went Ali G. I bought the FUBU tracksuit.
big yellow, yeah.
It was bright orange, the one I had. I had the FUBU tracksuit. I had the condom hat thing that you used to wear. I don't know what that's called, but it was tight. I had the beard painted on and everything. And I some of the jokes specifically.
It's called a do-rag anyway, but
But there was a few in there that obviously I wrote all the jokes myself. It wasn't Ali G's material. I wrote everything myself, and it went down really, really well.
Okay.
But a video of this materialised.
Oh yes! See, I've got no evidence of mine.
I didn't know anyone had ever filmed it.
I've got no evidence of mine.
I didn't know anyone had ever filmed it.
So you've seen it? And
I've seen it, but it was someone sent it me like in a message. Remember this. And the bit actually,
so they sent it you directly?
Yeah, they sent it me just a clip of it. They were watching it on their TV. They got it on VHS. They must have dug it out. Anyway, he just showed me the clip where the Spice Girls were coming out, and I was like, "Mom's, yeah, keep your eye on the dads now because like here come the Spice Girls." But I did it in the worst Ali G impersonation.
Oh, we've got to see this
voice.
We have to see this. It's important.
Ever.
It's important that we see this.
It was
that all the
so
see
funny.
This too.
This ain't even the best one. The best one is on YouTube, and you can go find it. But
okay. So that was not too bad.
That one was not too bad. But I watched
it
it back and I just thought, what was I thinking? Why did I go for that? The second one was we had this. I think it was like someone from Channel 4 came in and they wanted to do a film, like a proper. So it was like a 25-minute, 30-minute film. It was like quite lengthy. We had to, and we were tasked with the job of writing the script. And there was like 7 of us. We had to write the whole script. And to be fair, for like 14 and 13 and 12, because there was different age groups in there, and then year 10s that did it, that wrote the most of it. I mean, to be fair, we'd never written anything like. We did a great job, and it was about teenage pregnancy.
Okay.
I got casted as one of the lead roles, as a lad that gets this girl pregnant. And this video, someone has digitized this. This one is available somewhere. I'll find it. But it's called "Don't Go There."
Is it a comedy?
No, it's not a comedy. It's supposed to be serious.
Right, okay.
But the cringiest bit, there's 2 bits in it. Do you remember?
And did you have to act?
You
were directed.
Proper acting.
Oh,
we were directed, proper camera crew. There was even there was even other people, like the people playing the parents. They were like proper actors. Like one had been on Brookside and done a load of commercials and stuff. Like there was like proper actors mixed in with us kids.
Okay.
But.
Go on.
I don't know whether I was meant to be the heartthrob of the story or what, but I was getting dolled up by it. And this woman did this thing to my hair. This woman did this thing to my hair, which at the time I thought was like, yeah, this is cool. Do you remember Gareth Gates?
I do remember Gareth. Oh no!
The spiky thing.
No.
The individual big spikes.
Did they Gareth Gates you?
They Gareth Gates me.
Gareth Gates the hell out of you.
And I had a diamond E-typed earring in.
With a crossing?
No, it was like a hoop thing with like loads of bling on it, and I had to do this scene in my living room because they shot it in our own houses. I'm on the sofa with this girl.
How did this come about?
I was on the sofa with this girl. They didn't particularly like each other either, and we had to do this proper lovey scene. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, absolutely. I mean, at the time, it was
you're an actor
for our age and acting and stuff. It was quite. But God, when I watch it back, it's the worst thing.
What was your performance like?
Oh God, it was terrible. And I always remember my girlfriend at the time. Just literally, because we went to the Lighthouse Cinema to watch it.
Oh,
it was on the Lighthouse
I've played there many a time.
I was like, when you're in your chair, you're like, actually, yeah, we're doing all right. This is good. This is good. And I was sat next to the girl who was playing the other lead role.
So you was there, your actual girlfriend was on one side?
No, she went there. It was like a school thing.
Oh, right.
And then the girl who was playing the other lead role there. And it was just, we knew this scene was coming. Right. And without even looking at each other, talking to each other, anything, both just did this.
Oh, no.
In the cinema seat.
Before it even came on?
Wow. We knew it was
in anticipation.
And we just literally slid down as low as we could get. It was the worst.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
I'll go on.
Easily the most publicly embarrassing moment of my life.
I've got one, and it's hard to explain. Okay, I'll put it this way. It was a great experience. I was...
Pause just for a sec. Stay where you are. Don't move. I've just realised we're coming to the end of this. I need to make it longer. I can split it afterwards, don't worry. Okay.
So I was about 23, something like that.
Yeah.
Been playing in bands and stuff. I come from a musical family, so my dad's a bassist, mainly kind of reggae bands and stuff. He called me up. I'm going to say, I'll try and make this as short as possible. He called me up and he said his brother and my uncle, who's a drummer, has had the opportunity to go to Canada and do some of the reggae Caribbean festivals over there. It's only 3 dates.
Yeah.
And he asked my dad if he wants to come and play bass.
Nice.
I had to pretend I was purely happy for him, but I was jealous as hell.
Yeah.
Because I'm young. You're finished. How come I'm not going? I was like, yeah, that sounds brilliant. He says, I don't know if I should go. I feel like he was rubbing it in.
Yeah.
What do you think? I was like,
Yeah.
why are you asking me what I would think? You've never asked what I think about anything before in your life.
But now you know this is something I would have to do.
It feels like you're rubbing it in, yeah. So anyway, I said, if you'll regret it if you don't go, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Came off the phone, seething. So anyway, within a week of that, I got a phone call to say, our support actors dropped out. You do acoustic stuff. Do you want to come with us and do a duet with one of our female backing vocalists? I was made up. Fast forward to us going over there. It's an amazing experience. It was amazing. We went to Vancouver Island, a place called Victoria. So we did a couple of festivals over there. Went out to this place in Duncan in the mountains. Nice. Played in front of nearly 6,000 people. Wow. So all that was amazing.
Yeah.
Cue the final performance back in Victoria where we're staying.
Okay.
And it was
so it's all gone well up until this
fantastic.
point. Yeah. Okay.
Amazing experience. We were only there for 6 days.
Yeah.
Everything was paid for. Felt like a pop star. I felt like a pop star at the time. Yeah. So it was brilliant. Everything was paid for. Vans would pick up all our kind of equipment.
Wow.
And away we go. It was fantastic.
Proper.
Yeah. So last set, got there. Big
Can you tell you the anticipation of these stories now? It's starting to hurt me.
I know.
Like,
Inner City Coliseum, kind of like big, kind of cauldron. Quite full. Not as big as the Duncan one because that was outdoors. So quite full. There was a few.
Duncan is in Dunkin' Donuts.
Duncan is in the name Duncan. The place was called Duncan.
Okay.
Duncan. That would be a good place name. But anyway, so the guy came up to us. He went, right, okay, so you're the headline act. Everyone's done kind of 20 minutes to half an hour. Are you ready with your hour and 15 or something? And we all looked at each other and went, we haven't got an hour and 15 worth of material. Not even close. And we all just went, yes. So, and then we all looked at each other and went, we've got about 8 songs. Someone in the group forgot that this last one was a headline and we had to be on to finish off the night. We didn't have anywhere near enough material. So
what did you do?
So we went on, did our 8-9 songs. I did a couple of my acoustic ones, and then my uncle, and it was going down a storm. Okay, it was going down really well. Lots and lots.
Surely, just whilst you were on stage, you must have been going, this is song 6. This is song 7. Mm-hmm. This is my last song.
We are 40 minutes in. So anyway, so what my uncle decided to do, which was a good idea, he was thinking on his feet.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of ad-libbing, a lot of talking to the audience.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
how long?
there's a lot of people in the audience that, let's say, didn't look like they were kind of tried and true roots rock reggae enthusiasts.
Yeah.
So he was teaching some of them how to dance, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
So he was doing that a lot, and then you go into another song. And I think we got to about an hour. I mean, we were talking like we were finishing, and I looked over to the promoter guy, and he went, basically to me, and I went to my dad, we ain't going nowhere. We're just gonna have to stand here for the last 15 minutes. So my uncle did a few more ad-libs, and we did another version of a song, and then a girl in the crowd at the front caught my eye. Caught my eye.
Oh, okay.
And she was looking at me a lot.
Okay.
I thought, okay. Hey. I thought, yeah, fantastic. Blah, blah,
Show
blah.
just got good.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So anyway, eye contact exchanging. I was single at the time, I know. Eye contact exchanging. She was a pretty girl. I thought, okay, wow, this.
Everyone else was thinking, what's wrong with her?
This exactly. This tour's going to be finished off just right. So anyway, eventually she came up to the stage, looked at me, and put a note down on the stage. I was like, whoa!
Number.
Come on, baby! So anyway,
Did they have a cell phone number? Was it?
So I
were they invented?
I picked it up. I opened it up. It went. Are you guys going to quit talking and do some more music or not? Because if not, I'm leaving. I swear. The way it ended was a blur. I can't even remember. But they weren't happy with us at all. So there you go. So that was that.
Whose responsibility was it to know that it was?
It was my uncle. My uncle messed up. My uncle had a 40-minute set for an hour and 15 minutes worth.
Uncle, you let the team down there, man.
It was an experience, though.
Oh,
I got to talk about it in a hot basement with you years after. Fantastic.
In here, I'm dripping. Oh,
so yeah, that was just one off the cuff that I just remembered. But yeah, I thought I'd pulled, but I hadn't.
Yeah, that is pretty embarrassing.
We just had a lack of material.
My worst one, and I promise you this is my worst one. And this one is out there, and
It's out in the public.
It's on YouTube.
Yes.
I've been trying to get this down off of YouTube now for the last 4 or 5 years. I've got no idea how to get into the account. I can't even remotely remember what the email address might be. It's old. Okay. I cannot get into the account. I've contacted YouTube several times. I can't get in the account.
Is it musical?
Yeah. So when I was about 15, 16, I started doing like part-time work in a studio called Greenwood Studios in Cannock. It's kind of how I got into sort of the producing bit. I started off learning how to use Adobe Audition initially. I was using their studio. And I was making music, and I started making like music productions. And I was, pretty pleased. And if actually you go back and listen to the music of this song, I think you'll agree that 15-year-old just starting out, I think the music still now holds up pretty well. Yeah, I like that bit. I'm cool with. The lyrics cheesy as hell, like really cheesy. But again, 15,
as was the style at the time,
trying to write pop music. It's going to be cheesy, and I was only just learning to write songs, and my vocal sounds okay on it. It's not great, it's not terrible. So up until now, it's pretty.
Everything's
it's
kind of
I
a small
it's
tick.
Okay, it sounds pretty good. Until I still can't believe I did this.
Come on, man! This is like therapy. This is for us both.
It's in there. And it's never going to go away because I can't get rid of it.
That's the best part of the story for me. Go on. What's so embarrassing about it?
In 90s pop, every pop song had either one of two elements in it that was added for no reason.
A rap?
There was a rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that. And there's another bit.
Another thing. Another device.
Boys to Men used to do this a lot.
I don't know, go on. I can't think.
Talking bit.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Like the girl.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You. There's nothing we can do. Let's get together. Let's do stuff.
E17 were into that, weren't they? Oh, actually, I think the guy was apparently supposed to be a rapper, but he was just talking.
But I do a bit. And it goes on too long.
Okay. Oh, you've got to put these on the corner.
I swear to God.
You look genuinely upset. Sorry.
The only reason people haven't found it or come across it is purely because I think I did it under a slightly different... I used my name, ish, but under a slightly different guise. So
Yes.
it's more of a nickname.
Yes. Yeah.
It's when I tell you it's bad.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I'm sorry.
Knowing the kind of music I like now, and the kind of stuff I write, when you hear this,
Yeah.
like this is the kind of thing now that I would do in a song, but as a joke.
Ironically.
Yeah,
ironically.
as a really stupid, like,
Yes.
little bit like over
Yeah.
the top. I know it's meant to sound stupid.
Yes.
But when I did this, it sounded really good. And I was
In your
like-
own head, you
and
were
I
being
was
serious.
Like, I was like, finished it. I was like,
That was sexy.
yeah. 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 There's going to be ladies just sliding off their seats as soon as they hear this one.
Oh man, that was graphic. Okay. Anyway. And I'm not sweating because of the voice. So when are you going to post? Most important, when are you going to post these up?
I'm going to show you that before I put it up on the wall. I'll show you before we leave.
Okay. Because I think this.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I've kept this hidden for
It's good to get it out.
20 years. I've kept this hidden.
It's good to get it out. Does anyone who else knows? Your brother knows, I'm assuming.
No, I don't even think he's ever heard it.
Really?
Yeah.
Just you and the people, your
Yeah,
co-conspirators.
the people that made it. I think my girlfriend at the time, when I was 15, she'd have heard it. But we all thought it was good when I did it.
And the only other ones I can think
And like
of.
I say, please do take note of the fact that the music bit I thought was pretty good. The production of it.
Are you overselling the music?
No.
Because people are going to
I
hear
actually listened to it and thought, shit, if I made that when I was 15, I literally was just learning. I was
Not too
like,
bad, yeah.
pretty solid work. I
Yeah,
was
there's
quite
potential
happy with it.
there.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. The
Whose
chorus,
idea-
the
Go on.
chorus hook, it's like it's cheesy.
Very
but
90s,
It's got
yeah.
like it's got so everything about the song and the structure and stuff. It's a crap song, but the structure and everything else was there. It was like pretty good. It's just that one beat. That's the beat I'm embarrassed about.
Can I
It's
ask you-
the worst.
Can I ask you a question? Whose idea was the sexy monologue?
Oh, okay.
Who was the driving force? Who was the brains behind that? Was it you that wanted to do it? Or was it someone else's idea and you thought, yeah, at the
No,
time?
it was someone else's idea, and I think I can't say,
What do you mean?
potentially for legal reasons, but
Okay.
I could tell you, but I don't know whether the things that I later heard were true.
Okay. You're just taking a dark turn. What happened after filming?
Nothing.
Okay, right, okay.
But
But you were okay with it?
now listening to how creepy it sounds, like listening to thinking in my head, and based on what I learned, I don't think I should put the two together. Maybe I won't mention that person's name, just in case I'm wrong. Okay, because I don't want to be. But yeah, it was someone else's idea. He was a much older gentleman than I.
This is getting no better, Steve. Who the hell is this? Anyway, right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay, fair enough. You know what would have been easier for you just then? If you just gone, it was my idea. We could have moved on from that.
It wasn't my
You've
idea.
just opened a can of worms that everyone is going to be constantly asking you
I
about now.
don't-
Because that, you can't just leave it like that.
I don't know if I'm right in thinking it though. I think I heard
Okay.
someone like a rumour. So
All right, be
it's
careful. Yeah,
it's probably not
don't.
true. It's
Yeah,
almost
don't.
definitely not true. But I'd rather
Don't say it anyway, just
I'd
in
rather
case.
just not say. But it was
Okay.
someone else's idea.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It was hilarious. It was no one that was working at it was someone outside of the studio that I was working with separately. And the guys who ran the studios, I think they were called Pete and Ken at the time. Them two guys were great.
Are they still
they
called that
helped
now, or?
me. They helped me. I don't know whether they still run the studio. You know, I've got no idea if it still exists.
They're probably still called Pete and Ken then.
Oh, they're still called Pete and Ken. Yeah.
You said they were called, at the time they were called Pete and Ken.
Yeah, but they did it was actually a really good place actually. Like they ran like workshops for like kids.
Okay.
They taught us. That's how I got into film.
Yeah.
Because they had like a green screen room. I'll have a look at it actually. I don't know whether they still exist, but it used to be a great little studio. It was like more of a lot of apprentices would work there.
Community kind of creative.
I used to go in there and help teach classes. that were like kids that were maybe not doing so well in their GCSEs, and then they'd come in to this place, and then we would like
through
teach them
creativity,
how to write
that stuff's sort of good.
Yeah, so it was like a really cool place. And I did a lot of good stuff in there. Like I had a band called Run This Town that we did for a while, that was based with a few people in there. So a lot of good stuff came out of me like working in that studio, except for that one part in that one song that was just goddamn awful.
Well, there you go. These experiences build us. They make us who we are now.
The worst. I think though, what we should do, rather than just solely embarrassing ourselves, is we should get some people on the corner. If you have any footage,
loads of creative people on there, and I know you've got a treasure trove of embarrassing stuff.
Whether it's a drawing, a piece of work, art, piece of clothing you made that you thought was cool, whatever it is.
It's the clothing you wore that you thought was cool.
Yeah, I want to see your embarrassing pictures, your embarrassing videos.
Get them out.
And your embarrassing stories.
Do you mean we're global now? Do you mean there's people in LA, there's people in France, Germany. I want it all.
Yeah.
Bring it all. People
in
Sweden.
Don't forget, guys, just a quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because it really helps. It really helps the channel grow in YouTube's thing.
If you like it, like it.
Yeah, so if you like it, give it a like. Drop some comments in there as well. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We did have a few comments from the last show about my secret keeping.
Oh yeah. I can't tell you about this. Go on.
No, I didn't tell you who did that.
No,
we still can't tell that bit. There's going to be a limited number of people that are going to need to know that bit, but for the most part, no one will know. But no, it's funny because you have to start somewhere, and this is one of the reasons why everyone does get bugged out about trying to do creative stuff and then putting it out publicly, because they are worried about what other people think.
It's feeding into that embarrassment.
But the key is being able to look back on it and being able to laugh at it.
At yourself.
Like, you've got to laugh at it, because otherwise, I mean, you'd cry. I'd go into hiding.
I think the world today is taking itself way too seriously in general.
Like,
in general,
it's just mental. Like you can't put anything out these days like without some Simon Cowell like cropping up, keyboard worrying it, and sort of telling you how terrible you are. It's just like, okay, brilliant. Well, the other 500,000 people that streamed it disagree, but fine, whatever, Simon. You kind of have to kind of take it with a pinch of salt, whatever you get. Of course you do.
Yeah, of course.
And I always find that people are far quicker. It's like these sites where you leave reviews. Have you ever noticed if you go on them, there's hardly anyone's wrote like a whole paragraph about why something's great.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But if something's bad or they think it's bad, they'll go to town, they'll write pages.
Yeah. So when you make
negative people have a lot of spare time on their hands.
Yeah. When you make a good first impression, you make the impression and then it's gone. Make a bad first impression, it's indelible.
Yeah.
And you won't be forgotten for some reason.
It's just,
you know what I mean?
It's just I don't get it, man. It's just, I don't understand why people are so go out of their way. Like I've watched videos of like 4-year-olds playing the guitar, and someone will go, "Oh, that D sharp is a bit flat." Really?
For a 4-year-old, well,
like,
that tells you more about that person's life than it does about a
4-year-old.
Let's be honest.
What kind of an idiot there's a girl that sings with her dad, and they do like kids songs, and like he plays guitar, and then they sing and harmonise together, and she's really good for her age. And you've still got people in the comments, if you go through them, like really critiquing the singing. It's like, she's doing it for fun, you moron. Like, get a grip.
I know.
But you know, you kind of just have to still put it out there, whether you think it's embarrassing or not. You've got to do it, because that is what helps you get good. You have to look at the last piece of work, and I do it all the time now. I listen to songs I wrote a year ago and think they were bad, and yet they've had like thousands and thousands of streams, and yet I still think, oh god, that sounds terrible compared to what I'm doing this year. So it's like, if you thought about how good something was all the time, you'd never put anything out.
No, and it's true. So, like big artists that come out with their, you got some bands that say, we're never doing that song again, so don't ask, because we're sick of it.
Yeah.
They end up breaking in the end, because the audience desperately wants it, even though they are pig sick of that song.
Yeah. Kings of Leon didn't even want to release Sex on Fire. No. They hated it. And the record label went, no, it's your next single.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh god, it's a terrible song.
Yeah.
Ended up being their biggest hit. So you don't know, you never know what people are going to like, so you kind of just got to put it out. But I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, are they embarrassing moments?
This is the question.
Are
The
they
question.
embarrassing
Do you use
moments,
it?
or are they just now funny?
Mm.
I mean, no. I think the definition of embarrassment is
I know the emotion well.
if it makes you properly cringe.
Yeah.
And the Ali G thing, that's funny. I can live with that. It was embarrassing. It is still embarrassing. It was just terrible. The other thing was pretty bad also. But that bit,
The sexy monologue.
just that one bit in that one song is easily the most sickening thing in my gut.
It haunts you.
And I can know now anyone watching this podcast is already thinking,
They've probably already found it.
let's find
If they're
it.
watching.
I'm going to put it somewhere, I'll find it.
To be honest,
It's just audio and a picture.
Oh, right, okay.
There's no music video. It's just audio and a picture, and it was uploaded to YouTube.
That might be even better somehow, I'm not sure why. My things artistically, competition. I was just the best there. Do you mean? No one could
It's the
touch.
context in which you won the competition. That's it.
No one could touch me.
But again, it's not embarrassing for you. I think that story is more embarrassing for the people that were
Who set up
around
the
you.
competition in the first place.
Yeah.
I think I've had, for me, I've had more embarrassing things happen outside of the artistic world than
That one
inside.
where you said about the
girl.
you having to fill the time for the show. I've had similar things happen.
that was
to me.
group embarrassment. You can take it more
Yeah.
when it's group embarrassment. You can share the load
I've had
of
moments.
shame.
I've had moments
Do you know what I
where like I've been to gigs and they've gone, oh, someone ain't turned up. Can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
fill an extra 15 minutes? And I've gone, oh God, I can
No.
try. But I've just got up on stage and told the crowd, look, someone ain't turned up. I'm going to do my best to fill
Let's-
15 minutes.
Yeah.
But when you've just
When you're being
blatantly
paid,
been asked,
when you're being paid
But someone
to do
asked
an amount
you-
of time,
someone asked you before the show,
have you
you ready
got
for your
an
1
hour
hour
and 15 minutes?
And you just went,
Yes. And when they go out the studio and say, no. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
looking back now, you wish you'd have said no.
No, because what would they have done? It was
Well, you'd have still had to have gone on.
it was dates on a tour that had already been paid for. We'd have been stealing money from the promoting company with time.
They must have just been...
They weren't happy. We've never been asked back. But no. It was one of them, innit?
Oh, well. Well, we are coming to the end of the podcast.
But hopefully not the end of the theme, because I really want to see
'cause
some
this one
embarrassing
could- this
stuff.
one
I
could
can
really
think.
run.
I think I've got some pictures and stuff of just embarrassing shit. I don't want anyone to know about. I'm happy to put it out there.
But don't forget, guys, you can also get this podcast on all your usual platforms as well. So the last episode is already up now on Spotify and it's
Audio
on,
only and video. Yeah.
It's on a few other platforms. I think it's on the Apple Podcasts as well. There's a few others. I'll put links.
Listen
on the
notes.
page.
I think it's still.
Yeah, so just go and check that out. The podcast's already there. All of our previous episodes under there. The new podcast is under a very slightly different name, just the Khaos Korner podcast. So if you just search that, you'll get all the new episodes. And obviously with the YouTube channel, we'll link this into the group so you can go and follow it there. Share it with your friends if you like it, if you thought it was funny or it relates to you in any way, shape or form. But until next time, well, we'll see you again soon. We're going to go enjoy the sun.
Yes. Yeah. Get out of this basement. Catch you on the corner.